math friends. So we have talked previously about modeling two-step equations with coins and pouches. We have modeled with hangers, and we have modeled with tape diagrams. And we've only done positive numbers or positive equations so far. So let's review just one of these positive equations. So remember, for this activity, the variables are these long bars. The equal sign is the black line. Positive ones are represented by the white cubes, and negative 1 is represented by these dark cubes. So let's write an equation for this model. I have two variables, so let's say 2x's, and I have 7 ones equals 3, 6, 9, 12, 13 ones. Okay? So remember, when we're doing anything with equations, we have to keep it balanced. If we get rid of something on one side, we have to get rid of it on the other side. So I'm going to get rid of this extra stuff because I want my variable term by itself, or my variables by themselves. So I'm going to take away these 7, and I represent that by taking away 7 here. To keep it balanced, I have to take away 7 on the other side. So 13 minus 7 gives us 6. 7 minus 7 gives us 0. And we have 2x here. So I've got my 2x's and I have 6. So when I rewrite this, 2x equals 6, I can split our 6 into 2 equal groups of 3. Splitting into 2 groups is division. So we're dividing there to get 3. Our x equals 3. So now let's do one of these that has a negative involved. So 3, for this one, I've got 2 x's and I have 5 ones. And here I have 7, but they're dark colored, so they are -1. So 2x plus 5 equals -7. Remember, I want to get my variable term by itself, so I'm going to get rid of these positive 5's. Well, if I get rid of them here, I have to get rid of them here. But the problem is, I don't have any positive cubes that I can get rid of. I only have negative cubes. But I can add what we call 0 pairs, and we've talked about 0 pairs before. If I add a positive and a negative, that cancels out as 0, and I still have -7 here. So I'm going to add 5 positive and negatives, or 0 pairs, so that I can get rid of those positives. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that I'm getting rid of, and then we'll show what's left. So we got rid of 5, we took away 5, took away 5 here. So I have 0 ones, I have my 2 x's, and I have -7 and -5, which gives me -12. And remember, if I was going to subtract -7 minus 5, that is a negative subtraction rule, so we have -7 plus -5 because we're adding the opposite to get in our -12. All right, so now I have 2 variables and I have -12 ones. So 2x equals -12. I'm going to divide by 2, and I'm going to split those into 2 groups, and I've got 6 here, and I've got 5 plus the 6th one. So x is equal to -6. Okay? Let's do another one. Let's look at number 5 here. We're going to write our equation first. I've got 1, 2, 3 variables, so 3 x's. I've got 3, 6, 7, 8, but they are negative, so I'm going to put -8. And I've got 3, 6, 9, 10 positives, so that's +10. So, first things first, we want to be sure it's balanced and we want to find our variable terms by themselves. So, I need to get rid of this extra -8. So, I'm going to mark these out. But the problem is I don't have negatives over here to get rid of. So, I'm going to do the same thing I did before and add 0 pairs. And I'm going to add 8 of them. Okay, so now I have 8 negatives I can get rid of. So I'm going to mark those out and see what I have left. If we were doing this the algebraic way, I'm going to take away the negatives. And if I take away a negative, so that is subtracting a -8, that's the same as adding 8. So I'm really adding +8. So that becomes 0. I get 3x, and I should have 10 plus 8, that's 18 positives. So 3x equals 18. So 3x's, I have 18 ones. I need to split this into 3 equal groups. So I've got the one group of 6 here. If I know my multiplication tables, this is very easy. And I have 3 groups of 6. So I'm dividing by 3 to get 6, 3 groups of 6. So one of these x's is equal to 6. All right, let's do one more. Last one for today. Let's write our equation. 1, 2, 3, 4 x's. 1, 2, 3 times 3, that would be -9, is equal to -5. So, I need to get rid of this extra stuff. So I'm subtracting a negative, which is the same as adding 9. And I can get rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 negatives, but I need to add 4 more. So I'm adding 4 0 pairs so I can get rid of those extra negatives. Because if I get rid of them here, I have to get rid of them here. We have to keep it balanced. So essentially we added 9. So I have 4x is equal to +4. Well, if 4 x's or 4 variables equals +4, one of those is equal to 1. So our answer is 1. So we need to be sure that we understand what's happening here. So let's just look back at what we did. We had to do the inverse or the opposite operation by taking away the extra stuff. Then I was multiplying here, so now I'm dividing. Same thing with number 3. We did the inverse operation, and then we had to do the inverse of multiplying, which is dividing. We were subtracting 8 in number 5, so we had to add 8 instead. So we're always going to do the inverse operation. So the inverse operation is the opposite. Okay?